Hi everyone, welcome once again to another interesting tutorial. My name is OJ. In our last video, we drafted the upper part of this beautiful style. So today we are going to be putting all the patterns together, and I'm going to be starting by cutting the down part. This is for the down part, right? So I'm just showing with you the pattern that I used to cut the down part. This is for the front. So this is the front. So I measure 6 inches away, right? Fold my fabric into two, measure 6 inches, then place the front on top. Then the length for the back too is going to be longer than the length for the front, with also 6 inches. So this is what I make use of. If you want yours to be fully flare at the back side, you can do more than this 6 inches and also do more than 6 inches here. But this, then I just curve it this way to rhyme with the length for the front. Hope that is clear. Then I place my ruler too from the knee. This is the knee, right? So I place it from the knee, a long ruler, then connect it straight to the 6 inches at the hem part here. Hope that is clear. So this is all you need for this. Hope this is helpful. I just decided to show you how I achieve the down part, right? Hope this is helpful. So what I did here, the person I'm sewing this style for is on a small size. So I hip divided by 4 is 8.5 inches, which is here. Then I added 1 inch for the side seam. I'm not going to add lining to the skirt. So 1 inch is not bad for the side seam. And the material is a bit stretchy. So it is okay to use 1 inch, if at all. Not even use seam allowance, and you still remove the seam allowance. When you are sewing, you still use your size seam, right? But if you want it to really tight, you cannot you can choose not to add sizing and still use your sizing to sew it together. Hope that is clear. But just to be in a safe part, just to be on a safe hand, you can add seam allowance. So here I added 1 inch seam allowance. Then to the knee, what I did here was that I measure what I have on my hip, and the total of what I have on my hip plus the seam allowance is 9.5 inches. So here I mark 8 inches. So I remove 1.5 inches to achieve the knee measurement. Hope that is clear. Then the waist, your waist circumference divided by 4, which is here. Then I added 1 inch for that, then 1 inch for my size seam. Hope that is clear. So this is all I need for my measurement here. The length of this is 51. The length of the front is 51.5, right? Then I added 6 inches for the back. I joined 6 inches to the back to achieve this a little bit flay at the back. Hope that is clear. So this is all you need for the down part. So I'm going to cut this out, then attach it to the upper part. So guys, this is the pattern for the upper part. We drafted this in my last tutorial. I've already cut it on my fabric. This is what I have for the back and for the front. You can see the patterns, right? So I'm going to go ahead to sew the dart lines. So guys, this is where we are right now. So as you can see, I've already sewed the dart line. So this is it. This is for the front, and this is what we have on the inside. Then remember, we are using lining on this, right? Here is the lining, right? So this is the inside of the lining. So to turn the neck and also the side, and then this is for the back. So this is the two panels for the back. I've also joined the dart line here too, and this is their lining, right? All giving us equal, and everything is right. So what I want to do now is that I'm going to be fixing a short sleeve, right? A cap sleeve, if you call it cap sleeve, or a short sleeve on this area here. And I'm going to be coming down 1/2 inch, right? So when before you fix your sleeve, you need to come down 1/2 inch, both for the front and for the back, to turn the neck. Hope that is clear. So this is the short sleeve I want to use, very short, as I've mentioned. This is 1.5 inches, And the guide to cut this, if you want me to do a detailed video on how you can achieve this, you can let me know. But what I have here, I have on this part here, this is going to the upper part, and why this is going to the down part. I mean, this is how I'm going to fix it, right? So the curvy part is going down this way, is going to the upper part this way, while the longest part is going this way. So I'll place it this way, then pin it down. I'll flip it and then do this one too to the one for the back. Hope that is clear. So the guide to cut this is that I fold this into two this way. I fold this into two this way. Then I measure 4.3 here. Then here I measure 6, let's say 7 inches here. So how did I get 7 inches and 4.3 here? What I did was that you can measure the upper arm, just place your tape rule on the upper arm or the opening at your arm this way. Another thing again you can do is that you can draft a basic sleeve. So this sleeve that I have here is the same person that owns the dress. So this is her basic sleeve and this is her cap height. This area here is her cap height. So I measure this area here. Here I have 6.5 inches. So that's why I have 7 inches here, because I'm going to be using half inch to join it to this part here. So I will left with the 6.5 inches. Hope that is clear. Then at this upper part, at your upper arm, it becomes smaller. That's this area here. It will get smaller, right? So that is why I have a shorter version on this area here. This is just a fastest way to get this, but if you want a detailed video on how to calculate, on how to get your cap sleeve, you can let me know. I'll drop the tutorial on that. So let's proceed. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to pin this way. I'll pin this way, then I'll flip it to this other side. So I'll get the back. I'll be arranging it this way. So this armhole is coming to this area here. You can see that they are meeting on this side here. So make sure that yours is also meeting on this side here. So I'll place this on two on this other side to let it to meet this way too. So when I want to fit my sleeve, the short sleeve, I will be placing it this way. Right, I'll place it this way, leaving half inch up here, right? So I'll pin this, then I'll flip this way. You can see the way I'm doing it. I'll also pin this. So this is how it will be. So then I'll get my lining and I will place it this way. So I'm going to sew this. I'll sew it this other side too. Then I'll come back to show you how I'm going to fix and finish the armor. As I've mentioned, I've pinned so this is it. I've already pinned the sleeve on it. So you can see how you make sure that it is giving you an equal or a rhyme edge this way. So you place your hand this way to make sure that it is not folding the other way around, right? So and you have it the side facing each other this way, the front facing up. So when you are sure of this, remember I said leave half inch here. So what the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to be bringing my lining this way. So I'll place the lining right side face each other this way. Then I'll put the sleeve inside like this. Then I'll be using half inch to sew turn the neck area, top stitch on it. After which I will push in this back, and I'm going to sew this into the armhole with half inch this way. I will sew it into the side. I'll do the same thing to this other side. Then when I want to sew for the back, I'm also going to place the lining on top. This is for this. So I'll place the lining on top this way. I'll first push this in, sew this with half inch. I'll first sew the neck with half inch, top stitch on it on the lining. Then after which I'll push this inside, right? Then I will be sewing the armhole with half inch this way. Then I'll also sew it to the side. I'll sew it on the side too with half inch. Then I'll also sew the zipper allowance side with half inch. Then I'll turn them out, give it a good press, and I'll come back to show you. This is what I have after finish joining the sleeve to it. I've used the lining to turn it. So this is what we have after using the lining to turn the neck area and every other side. So this is what we have. So another adjustment that I did here was that, so because of the way the curve is at the sleeve area, so I came down 1.5 inches instead of 1 inch, instead of half inch, right? So I came down 1.5 inches before placing this. So that means by the time I remove half inch, I have 1 inch left here. So I have to do the same thing. It has to be equal here too, right? And the same thing here and here. So this is what we have now. You can see that it's neatly sewn. So I'm going to be placing it this way. So you can either go ahead to sew with your side seam allowance, then join it to the down part, or join this to the down part, then join these two to the down part, then you sew them together at the side. Hope that is clear. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead now. So I will be joining it to the down part, which is the part we cut at the beginning of this video. Then I will be measuring the upper parts to cut the ruffle, right? That is from the back panel to the sleeve and to the front panel. So that's what I'm going to measure. This is what I have. I times it by 3, right? So I have it by 7. That is, it is folded. When opening it up, you can see the way I'm opening it. When opening it up, it is 14 inches. So I've gone ahead to sew it, then turn it out. This is what I have. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to place it to the dress. So guys, this is what we have. So after joining into the down part, you can see the down parts, as I've mentioned, I did not add lining to it. So they just join the side, join the center back, fix your zip. So this is my zip. I've already fixed the zip. Very neat, guys. On that, you can see all my lines are joining. This is neatly sewn, guys. So this is what you want to achieve on your dress, right? At the down part, I use my bias to hem it, right? So I just use a bias to tape it in. Then for the ruffle at the front, after joining it to the down part, both, and sew it at the side with the back and front together. So the ruffle, as I've show you what I did, I measure 7 inches. So what I have from here to here is 7 inches. Then I gather it. So here is the rope that I used to gather it, right? So I just gather the middle, right? So let me open it up so that you can see. So this is it. I have 7 inches here, and I sew. So I measure, if I open it up, I'm going to have 15 inches, right? So then I fold it into 2, then sew it at this other part here, iron it, then turn this sewing part, this line of our joining in the middle, right? Just put it in the middle this way. Then the front is where you are going to use as the right side. So this is what I have. So I can just close it, this opening part, I'll close it up this way, right? Then I'm going to sew it close to the zipper allowance this way. I'll fold it in this way, then I'll top stitch on it, right? Then what you do to gather it, just make your thread on your needle. You can make it 4, right? Pass it in so that you can have it thick. Then you just place it on it like this, draw it out. So you just use the needle and put it this way, bring it out, as if you are using hand to sew it, right? So you put it this way, you bring it out, bring it this way, then you drag it, so you gather it. So that's what I did here. I gather it, and I just use my pin to pin it on the shoulder, right? So I just pin it on the shoulder this way, pin it into the short sleeve. Remember the short sleeve we make, right? So then pin it into the short sleeve, then come into the front. So this is what we have. You can see how beautiful it is. It's not really, this camera is not really doing justice to this right now. So when I put it on, I'm going to hopefully I get a picture show you the final result of this style on my client's body. Thank you so much for always watching. If you are here to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please do well to like and subscribe because more are coming. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and let me know the part that you do not really understand on this video, and I will share with you how you can achieve it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Remain blessed. I will see you in my next one. Bye. So guys, you can see the result of the dress on my client. Looks so beautiful, fitted perfectly on her shape, on her body. If you have not watched the drafting tutorial of this style, please go and watch it because that's where the secret lies on how to have a fitted shape. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one.